Well, welcome back to the channel. It's time to attempt a highway run on the Z50R. To get there, I do have to take some roads that are 45, 50 mile an hour posted limits. So if that goes good, then I'll proceed on the highway and do one exit. It's a short exit too. It's maybe not even a mile. But as you can see, I'm geared up with my leather jacket, my riding boots. I got my gloves and helmet. So we're all about safety here. So I got everything I could to wear to make this happen. Since the last video, I did re-gear it to have a 17 tooth sprocket up front. I haven't tried it out yet, but hopefully it makes enough of a difference where we could probably see 65 without revving it to the moon. If I'm going to be turning 11, 12, 13,000 RPMs, and I'll probably just bail and try to re-gear it a different way. It's likely at some point on this project that I'm going to increase the wheel size to either a 10 or a 12 to try to get some better braking. There's not much available for the 8-inch, which is totally understandable. 8-inch rims at these speeds just makes no sense, really. Granted, it looks better, but at some point it's got to be about function. So yeah, we'll get the bike started up and head out to the highway and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes all right. Well, the newest addition to the channel is I got a helmet mic, so hopefully that improves the audio quality. I'm still learning this whole video editing YouTube thing, and hopefully you guys notice that each video is a little bit better. It's still far away from anything decent, but I am enjoying the challenge of it, and just the whole learning process. It's obviously a big learning curve for me, and yeah, every video I try to be a little bit better, and hopefully you guys see that. I'm gonna let this thing warm up for a second. I see my my mount for my phone is a little bit loose, so I'm going to tighten that up real quick, and then we'll be on the road. Well, one of the other modifications we did was I set up the front wheel to have a sensor so the trail tech can indicate the speed we're going at, and it looks like, based on my GPS speedometer on my phone, we're about 6 miles an hour too fast on the trail tech. So I'll just keep on making some slight additions and whatnot. I could already tell that the gearing is much improved, which is great. I think we're still going to need some more. Oh, we shut down. Might need to adjust the idle on that a little bit. Yeah, the idle might be a little bit low. Yeah, we're cruising easy at 30, which is great. And it looks like it's at 4,000 RPMs at 30, so if we do 8,000, that's 60, so we got some hope here. Yeah, we're cruising at 48, no problem. That's at 6,500 RPMs. So maybe if I could get it to 12,000, we'll be doing about 90. That's got to be a record of some sort for a Z50. I got an 18-wheeler behind me. That's a little intimidating. Let's see what happens here on the highway. I picked this little section because it's quick on and off, and there's usually not too much traffic. The big concern is hopefully I could do 65 to doing just over 9,000 RPMs. There's 67. We're going uphill quite a bit as well, so yeah, this gearing is just about perfect. I don't know, guys. We might be able to hit 70. That was uphill a little bit on the way up here in this direction. So, like usual, I'll take the high speed of both directions and I'll average them out. Looks like 67's the magic number. Maybe it was flatter than I thought it was, but we were about 9,200 RPMs. Based on what I read, it's pretty safe to go up to 10,000 on these things. Well, you know, I'll have to read about that. You know, with these engines being the Chinese engines, you never know. I had one about a decade ago, and the crank actually cracked. Or not the crank, the housing. Yeah, so it wasn't very impressive, you know. But apparently they're a little bit better now. Yeah, about half throttle gets you just over 50 cruising. So that's pretty good for what this is. Realistically, you're not really going to be on the highway much with this. Mostly 45, 50 mile an hour roads, so it's kind of the sweet spot as it is right now. I'll keep playing around with it as far as the engine goes. I'll likely do like a home porting job on it first to see if I could do anything, you know, free horsepower and whatnot to get a little bit more airflow. And I'll likely go with a cam and a different head with bigger valves and CNC ported or whatever is available to see what the difference is. I would imagine picking up 1 or 2 horsepower on this thing will be a big difference. Realistically, this thing probably makes, I don't know, 9 horsepower. I guess it depends who you talk to, but it's nothing, yeah, nothing wild. It's, at the end of the day, it's only 140 cc's. Surprising enough, on the highway at, you know, whatever we were doing, 65, 67, it was pretty stable for what it was. I was expecting it to be worse. It is a pretty windy day today. There's obviously some traffic around me, and I wasn't wasn't really too concerned about it for how small it is. Maybe we're just so small the wind kind of goes around us or whatever it is, but I've definitely been on bigger bikes where the wind was more of a factor for sure. But yeah, I said it before, clearly the brakes are the weak link on this setup. Well, alright, that's the end of it. The main goal today was just to do a little ride, to hop on the highway and see how it reacted, and I think it went pretty well. It's actually a little bit faster than I expected. I thought in the stock engine format that I would have just crest over 60, and yeah, we cleared that pretty easily. Not that 7 miles an hour is a lot higher than 60, but when you're thinking in the grand scheme of things of how small this engine is and how small the bike is, you know, 60 to 67 is actually a pretty big increase. So I'm going to likely looking into the whole brake upgrade first before I really do some engine mods, unless I find a deal on engine mods or what I end up doing with the head to port it. And I'll keep on making videos. Hopefully you guys like what you saw. If you have any questions, just yeah, comment below and I'll see it. I'm usually pretty good about answering anybody's questions and whatnot. But yeah, this has been fun so far. Everything seems to be going pretty smooth. The engine didn't blow up and made it back safely. All right, have a good day. Thanks.